G'day, YouTube. Whoop. There we go. G'day, YouTube. Welcome back. It's been way too long since the last update on the Mirrorthon. I just kind of got super into it and missing sleep and getting a bit haggard and haven't really put out the updates that I wanted to put out. I was like, I'll put out updates every other day, but then, I don't know, I realized that it's what, day 16 or 18 or 19 or something like that. What day is it? It's day 17 on the Mirrorthon challenge. We officially have locked in 5.5 out of 9 divination cards for the Mirror of Calandra. And we have another 3,200 chaos sitting in the bank. Here's my divination cards. It's turning into a heart. We have a bunch of House of Mirrors and some Mirror of Calandra House of Mirrors, and we have a bunch of Immortals as well, which are fragments of those, bringing us to 5.5 out of 9. So we're well over halfway, and probably have like another 1 card in currency here, actually a bit more even. And today I did Uber Order and got a damage over time Malevolence Watcher's Eye, which we might be able to sell for something like 15, 16, 17 exalts. I've got it up for 18 right now. We might not sell for that though. So when that sells, that's another one. So we're getting close. We might, if we're rounding up, we're basically 7.5 out of 9. If we round that up, we're basically an entire Mirror of Calandra. So we're getting very close. Anytime in like the next maybe 1 to 2 days, if we keep going at this pace, we're going to be getting a Mirror of Calandra. So very exciting stuff. So I had some down periods though. About 4 to 5 days ago, I decided that I wanted, oh my god, 9 exalt sale. Oh, hold on. About 4 to 5 days ago, I decided that, oh no, I don't know if I can play Scourge Arrow this whole time. So I re-rolled. I made a Dark Pact Skeleton Necromancer, and it was a really cool build. It was Gazzy's build. It was a really cool build. And I wasn't so keen on it because it was really going to destroy my hands, and it wasn't really performing with a 10 exalt investment quite like I wanted it to. It was going to have to take a lot more investment to match this character. This was a Spectre chest that I crafted. I bought this for 80 chaos, 6-linked it in 180 fuses, and then reforged the suffixes to get extra resistances and 9 exalts. So I made maybe 7 exalts off of that. So that's a 7 exalt profit sale right there. That is pretty spicy. That's a good chunk of extra profit just now. Whew. During the update video. That's very exciting. Look at another quick sale here as well. So anyway, I re-rolled, tried Dark Pact, decided to change that to Spectre Summoner, invested like 10 exalts in that, ended up with like 20 exalts worth of gear on it because of the chest craft, and yeah, it wasn't performing. I wasn't happy with it. It was worse than this character. It wasn't really able to do like tier 14 plus bosses. It wasn't feeling all that good, really. So I am now selling the gear for that chest I just sold, for example, was part of that. We got some people trying to buy my meme gloves. Vengeance Grasp Slink gloves. We're making sales. Disrupting my video here. So yeah, I decided that I clicked my heels together and decided there's no place like home. I came back over to the Scourge Arrow. Pathfinder is just so good in this expansion. And you know what? As bad as I thought this build was, like I didn't think it was going that well, I realized when I played some other stuff, it's actually going pretty well. I'm like doing Uber Order comfortably. I'm doing Awaken at 8s pretty comfortably now. I'm doing like, you know, the 4 boss things. I've got like several of these unlocks. I've gotten a lot of Atlas unlocks. It's all around been pretty comfortable in the end. So actually, you know, having played something else, I'm like, you know, this is actually not so bad. So I've decided to come back over to this build, and we have made some nice improvements on this build as well. We have managed to make some nice improvements. I took a few bows into the Vile Temple because I was building temples, I mentioned earlier. I was building temples. I stopped selling temples because they're not selling for as much anymore. They only sell for like 20, 25 chaos. But I've been running some temples and corrupting stuff myself. I might corrupt some gloves soon to see if I can get more upgrades. But I managed to do something pretty spicy. I corrupted a Darkscorn with an additional arrow and Onslaught. Unfortunately, this is not 6-link because I didn't need that at the time. I didn't expect to get Onslaught, but if it was 6-link, I would also have an Onslaught support. But I don't want to pay 1,500 fuses and Vaal Orbs to 6-link this for the Onslaught. So my Herald of Agony is getting Onslaught at the moment, I guess. But that allowed me to upgrade to a better damage quiver. I got a Duration of Ailments on the helmet. I've got that stuff rocking, and we've optimized things. We've improved cluster jewels, and we're probably sitting around like 5 million-ish boss DPS now. And overall, the build is feeling pretty comfy. It's not really like super impressive bossing DPS, but it's very survivable in boss fights. The tankiness of this build with Petrified Blood and enhanced healing flasks on Pathfinder is really nice. I survive a lot of stuff I really shouldn't survive with like excellent sustain and things like that. And just permanent flask uptime, automatic flasks, just feels so good on Pathfinder right now. So I was pretty happy to come home to this build after trying some other things. Even though that didn't work, I was feeling very down though. So 4 days or so ago, during the midst of these rerolls, I was starting to think, oh God, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Like I felt I was getting to that point where I'm like, oh, it sure would be nice to quit. It sure would be nice to quit and just go sleep, watch TV for a day, just sit down, watch some Netflix and just quit. But we pushed through it. We got back on it. The very next day, we did a bunch of excavations. And I'll tell you what, excavations are feeling so good. Excavations have been a ton of fun. I haven't been tracking the excavations that we've been getting as drops, but Amy and I have been running all of those together. And those have been immensely profitable. You make like 50 to 150 chaos per Black Scythe or Danig expedition that you run. I'm getting logbooks at a reasonable pace. Some days I only get like, you know, a couple logbooks. Other days I get more. Generally what I do is I just spam the skulls. I don't even look at the modifiers in these all that much unless I see like a logbook one. Quantity ones are okay to hit, but for the most part I just kind of spam skulls and chests. The skulls are the things that actually drop the logbooks. And we can pull in a few logbooks a day, and sometimes a bit better. Sometimes I get 10, sometimes I get 2. There's a lot of variance in the logbooks. But ultimately, those are all really great. And I even to the point where I'm like, these logbooks are so nice. I had been chatting to Grimro and checked out his video. He's got a really good video on expedition farming, which I'll try and link in the description of this video. But he's got a really good video on expedition farming and just how profitable it is and how to roll them, how to make the most of them, things like that. But selling like the Danig or Tujin currency, rerolls, and the artifacts is very good and easy money. And even buying those logbooks at like 35 to 50 chaos and then beast splitting the good ones has been quite profitable overall. Let me show you the spreadsheet here. So we did track only the expeditions that we spent money on. So like you can see 45 chaos, 54. This is including like chaos rolling them and blessed orb rolling them. 52, 37, 41, 47. And the profits over here, you can see that like exotic coins are a pretty big profit base, like 84 chaos worth of exotic coins from this one. But also these guys, these are the like the scythes, the various different artifacts, basically how much we got for those, and then how much currency we got from other things, not counting anything that's like less than a chaos or hard to sell, so just easy to sell stuff, basically just actual currency and items that are worth quite a bit, conservatively priced. But we're getting things like 59 chaos profit, 31 chaos, 42, 29, 156 chaos profit with a lot of extra maps on that one, 73 chaos profit. So these have all been very profitable, and they take maybe like 20-ish minutes to do, like 15, 20-ish minutes. And that's with the time for me to like write out all the information in the spreadsheet. Other things we did, I did a bunch of flash breaches in Lyra Arthane. I think this is very good, and it is profitable. It's pretty much guaranteed profits. It is profitable early in the league, and late in the league, still going to be profitable, but I found it a lot of work. You have to pick up a lot of breach splinters, so it's a lot of extra clicking. My click counter is currently at 650,000. We got a lot of clicks going. So I realized that's way too much clicking. I actually even ended up buying Ulnatal Watchstones, which make the breaches in Lyra Arthane more likely to be Ulnatal, so more profitable on average. But I ended up losing money on that whole thing because I paid like a couple hundred chaos for Ulnatal breach stones that I put in here. Sorry, watchstones with modifiers that increase the Ulnatal spawn rate. But I ended up selling them for a lot less than what I bought them for. So even with like the profits that I made on these, like 60 chaos profit across like 13 and 78 chaos profit across 13, even with the profits there, I ended up losing money on the watchstones. I think if you buy watchstones for this, you really have to just keep farming it and go really hard to realize the value of them. But even doing it without watchstones is still quite profitable, especially when you do occasionally get like a Chayula, and that's quite a bit of currency. But again, it's just so much picking up fragments. So I wasn't super psyched on the Lyra Arthane breaches. I didn't really like it as a farming method. It didn't represent a significant portion of my wealth building at all. The top things have definitely been expeditions. Lots of expedition currency from the expedition logbooks, and lots of overall wealth generation from that. Heist has been very good as well. I haven't really been tracking Heist very much, but we just did a few to kind of make sure that we were making currency. But we were like tracking how much coins they cost and things like that, and kind of roughly how many chaos we were making from them. But I also, yeah, you guys know about that one already. But yeah, I haven't really tracked many of the heists, but Heist has been pretty good currency. I haven't been doing too much recently, but that was pretty good currency early on. And then the other biggest thing has just been Atlas, actually. Like, the big thing really has been Atlas. Once we got the Atlas bonus rolling, getting a lot of the unlocks, occasionally getting drops from the Conquerors, occasionally getting drops from Cyrus. Only one Cyrus really gave me anything. And then starting to do, like, Elders and Uber Elders and just high-level maps of a little bit of everything all over the place. Getting Shaper Guardian map drops. I've spec'd for extra map drops for Shaper and Elder Guardians. And all of that kind of stuff has just added up a lot. So general mapping has probably been the biggest thing, followed by Expedition, followed by Heist, as the top 3 of our wealth producers so far. But it's gone pretty well. It's gone pretty well. Push, I think I've learned so much during this about like power curve, progression curve, that I can push a lot harder and a lot faster when I set myself to it. Like, I spent a lot of time not doing like Elder and Uber Elder and high level mapping stuff and setting up things and really getting into them. I wasted kind of a lot of days not really pushing into this stuff that I could actually do if I had pushed into it, to the point where I think if I were to do this challenge again, I think I could do it within 7 days. Just because of like how much I've learned, even though we're like going on 3 weeks here. But it's been fun. It's been challenging. It's been brutal. We're not quite there, but we're getting close. We're getting close. But there you go. There's an update. A whole bunch of stuff. Lots of things have happened. But it's pretty exciting times. All right, well, we'll still be going. If you check out this video within a few days, we'll probably still be going on the mirror farm. Estimations range between like 1 to 3, 4-ish days maybe to get a mirror now. Unless I get some other big drops or something. We'll see how we go. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.